Our tale begins in the dingy little town of Graydirge, a quaint farming villa in the western part of the nation of Geb, where the dead outnumber the living, and drawing breath is almost as much a crime as not. Necromancy is everywhere. The land is suffused with so much void energies that one might find it shocking that our main export is food. But when you learn how the pie is made, perhaps you don't want to reap its benefits. Our main four individuals for this little tale: treachery, intrigue, and death, are the four known as Virel, Sutures, Yara, and Millie. They don't know it, but there's big things in store for these four. But first, a job opportunity of a lifetime had opened up. An opportunity to meet with a bloodlord, a Miss Berlin Hadoli. And it's only a few moments before the last of you arrive at her residence for your debriefing on your first mission, as appointed by her. Settling in to her house, it's quite an impressive bit of architecture here. Greenery surrounds it, there's trees, it almost feels alive. An odd sensation in an otherwise bleak and gray section of Geb. Nevertheless, the inside is even more impressive. Fine pieces of pottery, well crafted drawers and cabinets, and all the like, as you are led by an attendant to a dining area with a masterfully crafted dining table heaped with every different kind of food that you can imagine. As servants busy in and out, the lady, the house, enters, but a moment later, as it seems she's aware that you're all here for the show. As she begins to talk, however, she can't get out more than a single letter when one of the zombies operating in the room turns towards everyone and begins gnashing its teeth and lets out a low, drawn out as the sharp creak of a door immediately cuts off the rasping noise as a woman bursts in and immediately begins hushing the zombie and pushing it away. The halfling woman shoots the attendant a look of ice and murder before turning her attention back to you four and taking on a more chipper tone. Her appearance is rather macabre for her the way she acts. She wears a yellow dress with ruffles and an orange cloak with the hood thrown back to show her brownish red curly hair, though she adorns a necklace of grisly charms, fingers, ears, and you swear you saw a large tooth in one point of it, topped off with a gnarled staff taller than her, topped with a pig's skull, which she taps before setting down to the side. And sitting down with you all, she splays out her hands. Welcome, welcome, darlings. I'm so glad you could make it. I've been just dying to meet you all in person. You know, some of your representatives spoke quite highly of you, despite your lack of major accomplishments. I am interested in sowing the seeds of future talent. Well, that's why they also got me in charge of the farm work around here. But an eye for cultivation goes between man and plant, and animal for that matter. Ah. Please, now that we have a moment all to ourselves, and before I get on to the main topic of things, give me a little briefer. Little I can read only so much from your notes, but I don't know so little about your personalities. So, for formal introductions, allow me to start. As she does a little courtly bow, as much as really her stature could allow while sitting. My name, of course, is a Miss Berline Hadoli. Don't forget it, as I'm the current reigning bloodlord over graydirge. But don't let that little fact intimidate you. I'm sure we're gonna be thick as thieves here pretty soon. Now, if you will, on your side, who wants to speak up first?
I'm
Oh,
Yara of the Export Guild. It's nice to meet your acquaintance.
Ah, the exporters. We do go hand in hand, as I do have plenty of grain that needs moving. Hmm, I heard a few good things about yourself, but a little more impressive in person. Do hope you keep up that can-do attitude. And who's next?
I
well,
am Virel, Sablegrave. I am a Dampier, and I'm a cleric of Urgotho.
One of them damp years. One day I'll have to pin you down and ask you some questions. Not being all the way in the grave and all, you'll have to sample some of the food here and let me know how it's up to taste, or if you can only accept more, usual consumptions for your ilk. But good to have a faithful here. And you, miss, you tried to speak up? Why don't you go ahead and go next?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm Malarca, Codolorum Centus. My mother had many divorces before having me, but all of them seem to be important enough to keep in the last name. Recent graduate of the Twilight Castrum, and then my father gave me a job with the money counters, and it is my absolute pleasure to be working under such an amazing bloodlord such as yourself.
Oh, me, oh my. Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear. Take it from me. And I have to say, while I have my odds in with the tax collectors, they do their work to an annoyingly scrupulous detail, so there is that. But you seem like just a peach. Now, that leaves us with you, little fella.
I'm gonna be like peeking my head out from like behind the chair. Um, I'm Sutures. I used to be property of the reanimators. Till I woke up, but um, yeah. As you can see, I'm not really a at least regular person. I'm mostly just I used to be a toy. I think I'm not. I don't know. I'm I'm still
Hmm.
figuring things out.
You're doing your best, and that's what matters.
That's quite all right there, little fella. If memory serves, you might have been a batch from when some of the others were reanimators, that is. We're trying to do some unusual methodology of reanimation. Probably
D-
trying to plop a soul in something that can't usually house one, and in your case, it's stuck for one reason or another. That makes you interesting, my dear. So I look forward to seeing what your little adorable self is capable of.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
A shame you can't enjoy the meal, though. It's one
Well,
of the best
I
parts of living.
I do still need to eat, actually.
Mm. Now that's interesting.
I don't know
I'll
if
have
I necessarily taste the same, but I do still need to eat. Yeah.
Mm. I do so wonder what that would be like, and if different things have different tastes to you. I'll have to round you up at some point and get you to try a whole soiree of things. For now, enjoy the feast before you. I always do think a conversation goes best after a meal, of course. So dig in, my dearies. As before you is a feast. The main course is sweet and savory chicken, eggs, both boiled and scrambled, almond pie, bowls of steamed grains, caramelized onions, raisins, stewed vegetables, tomato and cucumber salad, and a hearty lamb stew, as well as baskets filled with loaves of bread in various shapes. And she insists you enjoy yourself before the conversation. What's everybody reach for?
I'll finally like hop into the seat very sheepishly, and then probably just reach for like bread.
I'm grabbing some of that lamb soup.
I was eyeing that lamb soup as well.
Millie,
Soup.
as with anyone who has recently graduated college, is shoving every single food thing that she can possibly muster into her mouth. And then also realizing that Sutures is there, occasionally pushing stuff to them so they can try it as well.
Sutures, what do you like?
Um, I don't know. Food is still. I'm still trying to figure that out. I mean, I've only been around for about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
We gotta get you to try
So
the
for
almond pie.
most part, I've kind of just only ever really had like rations and whatever else I can kind of find. You know, it's not like people, I mean, think I need to eat or anything, as we saw. But yeah, it's interesting. I just it's yeah, it's interesting.
Millie slowly shoving a slice of almond pie towards Sutures.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like this almond pie is like the size of my ear.
You gotta try it.
Okay. No. I have zero table manners, so I just grab it with my hand
It's like an actual 2-year-old.
and I just
That's
start
Yara
like
actually laughing.
I start like nibbling it basically. You see like the suture, like the stitches of my mouth actually kind of open up a little bit.
Delightful. Yeah. While everybody's enjoying their lavish feast and picking and choosing from the selection available to them, Berlini, meanwhile, is doing something a bit unusual for someone of her status, as she almost dotes on everyone during the meal, uh, fetching additional plates, utensils, and the like, gossiping a little bit, like, "Ooh, I know, that's to die for. Literally, I've killed a man because of it." Um, but notably, she also has several attendants coming in and out. A few notable ones stand out. A zombie that is of quite robust size, but is unusually well mannered and dressed quite sharp. And a second one, a skeleton of quite frankly lanky proportions, which she seems to have affectionately nicknamed Reacher, as well as several other halflings and humans coming out to take plates and restock certain things that might have run a bit low. This proceeds for a while, but during the course of the meal, can everyone give me perception checks?
Secret?
No.
I need to change my dice.
Me too.
I am lost in the sauce.
Incredible. Anybody who rolled a 12 and up would notice that the attendants, when they're in the room with Berlini while she's doing her thing, enjoying the meal with you all, seem utterly terrified of her and don't make eye contact with her.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
This almond pie is really good, guys.
Sutures, do you
Yeah,
like the almond pie?
it's good. It's was the word sweet? Yeah, I think that's what I've heard. It's sweet. it's like my bread, but different.
Yeah, in an amusing display as well, Berlini will have also had a stuffed animal brought to the table where it is
Uh,
promptly cut open and its stuffing put in
uh,
a bowl.
um. Oh,
Uh, but
why?
for fun, you're an unusual specimen,
Uh,
and she isn't quite sure what you like to eat yet. So
uh,
she's going to try a few things. But if nobody comments on that and we're ready to proceed, we can move on to the next scene. All
Okay.
right then. Further ado. At the end of the meal, Berlini claps her hands 3 times, and with the third clap, about a half dozen disembodied hands come scuttling out of the kitchen and hop up onto the table, where they then proceed to pass plates and cutlery one to another, fireman style, all the way back to the kitchen. And once they complete, and the table is cleared, the room is quite empty. It's just you four and Berlini. Ah. Mhm. Ah, what a scrumptious meal. And it's all the better with good company. But I think it's high time we got down to cold iron tacks of the matter. As I thank you for joining me today, I trust you've enjoyed your meal, and if not, well, I can always turn you into a zombie. They're far less picky. Very low maintenance as well. Well, that's not entirely correct, which is why I've partially gathered you all here today. I'm a necromancer by trade and a bloodlord, which basically means a necromancer with a lot of paperwork and responsibilities and competition, as I'm also one of the closely affiliated ones with the Reanimators, one of the great factions, as you're aware already. Which means I'm responsible for raising and maintaining the undead labor force that operates our farms out here in lovely little graydirge. We do grow a lot of food out here, and not just for the Gabites, but for trade across all of the inner sea. And I'm talking about actual people food, mind you. Food for the living, not food that is living. That's not my specific business. That's handled a little ways out, though, if you're ever interested. Back on topic though, zombie farming is my business. And zombies don't run the farm, they just work at the farm in the direction of my charge hands. It's difficult and a dangerous line of work, but you can make most of the walking, shambling dead quite docile if you're good enough and with the right technique. These charge hands keep them working zombies from shambling this way and that way, but most of the charge hands are zombies themselves.
Mhm.
Albeit ones with a little bit more personality than the average ankle biter out there. However, in the last few days, I learned some trouble has been brewed at my farm, specifically Old Egris Farm. It's built on the foundations of a stone dwelling of some kind, probably about as old as Graydirge itself. Anyway, the farm missed a few shipments, and I sent some workers to investigate, but they couldn't get too close, as it seems the workers have strayed out of the fields a touch, and when they gather in a big enough pack, even a trained charge hand of mine struggles a touch to get 'em back under control. I suspect there's a touch of foul play, and that's where you four come in, as you can guess, I have a problem, and you're my problem solvers. Simple as. I want you to go to that farm and put things back in working order. Broken enclosures, doors wrenched from hinges, crops trampled, charge hands killed. Fix what you can, recover what you can, and make sure the shamblers don't do any more damage. If you can corral them back up, even better. But if you need to take him out at the knees, I'm sure we might be able to find some use for him even after the fact. But most importantly, she leans into the table once more with a deadpan tone. I need you to figure out what happened and report back. And to do that, you should seek out Braddock. He's kind of in charge and the only living member of the workforce out at that particular little farm. He's a distant cousin of mine. You'll know him by his big old feet. As she kind of like you see like her chair move a little bit as she's like wiggles her feet underneath the table. And if he's not there, look around and see what you could find out. And, of course, as a motivator, payment. I will sign over the deed to an abandoned manor just outside the city, as it's come into my possession, and I think you lot can put it to better use. And besides, my new friends will need a place to stay befit of their new position. What do you say?
Wait, I get to leave?
I like feet.
Consider it done, ma'am.
I am very upset by at least half of these answers, but I am okay with going.
I've always wanted an opportunity to go somewhere else and do things.
Do you like feet too?
I don't have feet.
Oh. I'm just gonna stare down,
I got
Millie,
At
little
him.
nubs I walk on.
just like awkwardly.
Millie's just gonna slide over to Haldoling, like, is Virel really like the top of the line? Is that really the fourth one for us?
I'm afraid so, my dear.
Nightmare.
The church was quite insistent on this particular fellow, and I took a little bit of a shine to him despite his unusual pretensions.
Nightmare.
You'll warm up to me eventually.
Mm,
If you have any questions, she can answer a few of them.
What
um,
kind of zombies are we going out to fight?
Ah. Yes, the farm is stabled by mostly the normal kind of walking dead, the kind with two legs. But if memory serves, old Egra's employed some undead animals and the like. I believe they had a pack of hounds and a couple workhorses. Oh, oh, but I should warn you. There's an old heifer out there by the name of Mogshua. I'd steer clear of that steer if I were you. She's may have been the direct reason why I've lost a handful of staff. So, if you do see her, try to give her a wide berth. And if you can't, well, she ain't the fastest.
I'm gonna turn to Yara and just slowly whisper, "What's a heifer?"
I don't know. Just go with it.
when did you lose contact with your, was it cousin that she said?
Yeah, it was a cousin.
Yeah.
About 3 days ago.
Okay. So 72 hours, I believe, according to how Geb works. If anyone did die there that was not previously, or any quicks have died there and would not have had any plans, they would be reanimated as zombies. So there might be more than we expect. Okay. That's all I got.
Well, thank you for offering us this opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, dears. You've got a bit of a sparkle to you. A little bit of a flair for potential. And I intend to nurture that as I do all the crops across all my farms. Now, she snaps her fingers, and the zombie the well-dressed zombie shuffles into the room and hands her a piece of parchment, which she then hands to you by placing it on the table and splaying it out. This here is where we are, right in little old Graydirge. And the farm, as she draws with her finger a line up to the north, east a little bit, is where old Agra's farm is. You should be able to find it quite easily if you stay on this road for a bit and take this fork. You hear?
Yeah.
Understood, man.
Very good, very good. You can take this thing with you, in case you get lost. But I'll be looking forward to hearing back from you. Toodles.
Alrighty.
Farm is now in your navigation.
Yippee.
Mhm. And if everybody is ready to roll, I
Yeah.
can go ahead and deposit your token, or deposit you over there.
Okay.
Delightful.
As she's out of earshot, I'm gonna like start hyperventilating and turn to the others and just say, that lady's terrifying. I feel like she was gonna turn us into a zombie right that second.
Calm down.
What,
Calm down.
was
You're gonna be fine. Just don't fuck up.
was the feet thing
That's
like a
kind of what I
panic
do.
response? Please say yes.
Oh no.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
I'm sorry, my love scares you.
Interesting. Anyway.
Sutures, do you want uppies?
No,
Okay.
I don't like being treated like a toy.
I mean, I'm not saying it because I think you're a toy. I'm saying it because you might not want to walk around as much, as your legs are much
Oh.
tinier.
That's all right. I can manage.
Okay. If you ever change your mind, just ask.
The reanimators got me still. They had me doing a lot of work still, so I'm used to being up all day, moving around.
That's not the greatest thing to hear, but okay.
That's why I'm so excited to have an opportunity to go do something else. It's exciting.
How do I navigate the other thing?
I'll bring everyone there in a second. The surrounding foothills are covered in rocky outcroppings and bristly shrubs. This terrain is ideal for preventing zombies from getting too far if they wander off. And Old Agra's farm is no exception. It's mostly above ground except for the large rocky outcropping that takes place up in the southwestern section of the farm, as several windowless buildings comprise the compound enclosed within an old wall. These simple, inelegant brick structures are 10 feet high. And as we transfer to this scene here, oh, of course, it accidentally deletes the sound. There we go. As you arrive at the main gate, as the directions told, the road leads to a low valley filled with grain fields. Despite the harsh climate, the crops are healthy and vibrant. As narrow paths branch, the road itself leads to a sturdy wrought iron gate in a 20-foot high wall of weathered red stone. Several low stone buildings stand silent around a trampled yard beyond the gate, where two human corpses in soiled, ragged clothes lie. One sprawls face down in the dirt, the other slumps against the gate with its arms hanging through it, its head jammed awkwardly against a small gap between the iron.
Can I detect magic?
Yeah,
Boom.
you detect nothing.
Can I just do a quick kind of perception, just to kind of see over the fence a bit more, if I can notice anything that seems.
The fence is 20 feet tall.
Oh.
Yeah, the only reason you can see over it per se is because that's just the wall type I chose.
Okay. So we'll actually need to enter.
Yeah.
Shall we breach?
Sure.
Y'all are the frontliners. I'm not. Oh.
That was loud.
There is big spooky cow
Yeah,
to the southwest of us.
I think that's what a heifer is.
Heifers are cows, yes.
Wait, why didn't you tell me that earlier?
You did not ask.
I didn't know.
You asked Yara, not me.
Yeah. A low wooden fence fallen in many places with all its gates thrown open. Once enclosed a wide dirt yard. The dirt is now trampled with an unsettling amount of blood and gore, as various parts of roughly 5 different corpses lie strewn about, most of them trampled into mangled flesh and bone, as a lone cow with a scythe embedded in the side of it struts around, kind of using its hoof to kind of poke at some of the corpses while it aimlessly goes back and forth.
Hmm.
At this point, Vero gets real low and real stealth. Tries to move his way this way,
Okay.
and he motions the others to follow him.
My stealth is not good.
We don't got a choice.
Yeah, that building right there that you're near, Virel. The north and south walls of this low brick building are demolished. North of the building, a small corpse in a dark gray cloak and leather armor is impaled in the outer stone wall with a 3-foot-long cattle horn stuck in its chest. Its cloak is in tatters, and much of the flesh of its legs has been gnawed away, as dried blood and gore pools beneath his skeletal feet. Inside the building, a dozen leather saddle-like contraptions, each with numerous straps and buckles, lie crushed in a tangled heap amidst the rubble of the collapsed wall.
So, there's something scary looking down there.
Yeah, the cow.
What do we do about it?
I guess we can go stop it from moving.
Does it need to be fixed?
Debatable.
I mean, we are here to fix something, and that does look like a problem.
Well, she did warn us that it was dangerous.
Is anybody examining the corpse?
So can you remember
I'll take a
where
look at
the
it.
corpse is again?
Like right here?
It's right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's technically all the way up here, actually.
Sure, what should I roll?
You don't need to roll anything. Just pulling back
Okay.
the hood on the corpse, which is all the way up here. The hair is curly and red, and their stature is about the size of a halfling.
Oh. Oh no. I don't think Aldoi's gonna be happy to hear this.
Well, now she probably wants the cow dead. That's for sure. Or I guess
Does that mean the cow is now our problem to fix?
Cow is a problem to fix, yes.
Either way, I don't think we leave without that cow dying.
There also appears to be some zombified rats and a horse to the west of us.
Well,
Maybe a problem.
What do you guys want to engage into first? The cow or the zombified rats and the horse?
I'd say the cow to the south of us.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
At this point, Viril is shaking again. He doesn't seem to be the most comfortable.
It'll be fine, Virel. Just follow me.
But I haven't even learned Smite yet.
So, you're approaching the cow?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, as you draw near the cow, it kind of begins to go up in its little pattern as it spots you all and begins doing the typical thing you would expect of a creature of its sort. One hoof clawing into the ground as it scrapes as it prepares for a charge. As we will enter our initiative. And
Hell yeah.
let's go ahead and put on something fitting.
Hopefully it's like banjo music.
Create encounter. There we go.
Oof.
Bu- bu- There it is.
Okay, there we go. All right, I'm blind. Oh wow.
Okay. Beginning the encounter. Sutures.
I'm gonna pick up a. Weird, I can't target the bull. I don't even see it in the encounter tracker. Is that alright? Or
It's definitely there.
Maybe you
I'm
did
gonna-
it as a secret roll?
I also didn't see my dice rolling, so I think something's bugged for me right now.
Yeah,
Give me
you
a
might just be bored. You're just borked.
Yep, I'm gonna restart. Sorry.
That's quite
I will
alright.
say, Bones, the FPS problems have fixed themselves on Foundry.
That's good.
Where's the cow initiative? I don't see it.
Yeah,
You
that's what I
should
was
be.
saying.
You should be able to. It's just after Millie.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't show up.
Yeah, it doesn't
Interesting.
show for me, and I couldn't target it either.
It's definitely there. That's odd. I'll have to tinker with the settings after this.
It also rolled privately. I don't know if that does anything.
No, that's usual for creatures because you can still see the end result of it. I think.
Got a 13.
Okay, now I can see the bull, I think.
Okay.
I didn't know how to target it though.
Yep. Yeah, I can't do the T thing on it, but I can still
Yeah.
target it through the
Okay.
encounter menu.
Perfect.
All right, so
I
yeah,
don't
I'll
see
look
it in
at
the
it,
encounter menu.
and then
I'm refreshing.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
do that, Tim.
What is Sutures going to be doing?
I will use the opportunity to cast telekinetic projectile.
Okay. What
And be
object
picking
are
up.
you using?
I'll be picking up like a one bulk. Like, would a fence post be good?
Yeah, if you
Like one
wanna
of the
do
broken
piercing.
fence posts. Yeah, I'll do like a broken fence post.
Okay.
Yep, I'll do piercing, and then attack.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the creature does not take much damage as the fence post goes into its chest and simply gets lodged with the other object stuck there. Your final action, Sutures.
I'll take the opportunity and I will cast shield.
Okay. Millie, what will you be doing?
Oh my god, hi.
Oh, it applied it like 5 times. Okay.
Let me just make sure I'm reading how reach spell works correctly. Adds 30 feet. I'm gonna throw acid at it.
Okay.
30
Spending an
plus...
action to, yeah, give yourself a 60...
Yep.
60 feet on the spell. Absolutely is within range. Go ahead and make your... Or, no, I make a reflex save. Of
Indeed.
course.
Just a basic, though.
I will succeed, taking half.
Big sad.
As I take no damage.
Interesting.
Indeed. It is Mogshuda's turn. And wouldn't you know it, there's an unattended child right there. Within 30 feet, no less? Wow.
In my economy?
In my economy? Let me double check. If she... Yes.
she can stride. Can I grab the? There we go.
No.
Stride right there, as she's going to use both her actions on a trundling gore.
Excuse me.
Trundling.
Trundling
Yep.
gore.
Makes a horn strike. So now she's going to use a horn strike on you. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
that's going to
Oh.
be a crit.
Off to a great start.
Uh-oh.
Or, ooh, 32 points of damage.
Are you just dead?
What the fuck?
You don't click double on crits, hon.
It doesn't matter. It'd kill me anyway.
No, it doesn't kill you. Please listen.
Okay, sorry.
You are dying 1, not dead.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ah.
But that is Mokshuda's turn.
Ah.
Virel, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna walk over and help him up, or help her up.
By doing what?
Can I do? I can't do battle medicine on them, can I?
Do you have battle medicine?
Yes, I'm going to treat wounds.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, make me a medicine check. DC is 15.
Well, luckily, I'm good at medicine.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll 2d8, as I presume you don't have the macro set up to roll that for you.
Nope.
That will be 9 points of health back for you. Hey. All right.
What the hell just happened?
There we go. All right. And Virel, your last action.
I am going to shield.
Okay. There we go. I gotta turn off that macro for next session. And Sutures, it is your turn again.
Okay. So even if I used shield and it went down and nothing got used, I can still reuse it later, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I will go ahead, move over here. Then I've
Okay.
got.
I
It's
will
range.
remind you that you did cast a spell last turn.
What are you talking about with my Unleash Psyche?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I was going to do. So I will
Perfect.
go ahead and Unleash Psyche.
Oh my
Oh
dear lord.
my.
Let's get rid of a few of those, huh?
Okay.
There
Yep.
we go. I don't know what's going on with that macro. That's crazy.
Um,
Anyway.
Then I will go ahead and cast Telekinetic Rend.
Okay.
And I will do Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Alright. Yeah, this is a fortitude save from on my end. Of which I fail. Roll damage. And was this an amped one or regular?
Yes, I thought I hit amped.
Okay, then roll damage. It should roll the appropriate damage.
Okay. Yeah, so it was amped, so I didn't need to choose with a damage type. That's right.
Yep, it's a d6 of both. Unfortunately, it resists all of that.
I don't know what I can do.
The low rolling on the damage is not helping.
It's not,
Millie,
I guess.
what will dear Millie be doing? Also, actually, you should have been doing some more damage to that status bonus equal to doubled spell's rank. So, actually, like 2 damage should have gone through.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Does it have a base? Wait, does it have a base of 2 damage to it?
When
Did
you
I miss
use
some
your
damage?
Unleash Psyche, you get a status bonus to
That's
damage equal
right.
to double the spell's rank.
Yep. Okay, that's the part I forgot about.
Yep. I'm not sure why it didn't apply to your telekinetic rend, but it should.
Okay.
At any rate, Millie.
I'm sorry. Things happened.
That's quite alright.
Okay, so everything is still fucked, yes? Nothing has changed on that end?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, Bones, bad news. I'm playing a summoner, so I'm gonna summon a thing.
Okay, what are you summoning?
I think zombies are -1, so probably just one of those, just to fucking...
A zombie shambler?
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing I have one of those at my disposal. Where are you plopping this bad boy? Probably here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me change its disposition to be party, so that way it benefits from things. Yeah, you could slap it like either there or there if you wished as well, but
I think
Keep
here
right
is
here is
probably
fine.
better.
okay.
Yeah.
And what will you have it doing? It has a fist attack it can perform.
Oh, I get the free action with it?
Yeah, when you summon a creature, it gets 2 actions, and every time you sustain it, it gets 2 more actions.
Yeah, it's gonna slap the... You know what?
Okay.
Yeah, it will slap the thing.
It does slap the
Yo.
cow, and in fact, crit the cow.
Wow.
Oh.
It's fine, he's
For
a temp
8
higher.
damage.
He's a temp higher.
The cow actually takes additional damage due to its vulnerability to critical hits.
Cool.
Additionally, the Zamboni will now spend its second action to try to grab the cow. Which, a 19, does not work.
Sag. Oh well,
Sag.
did its job.
Hold on. You are...
I think I
there we
marked
go.
her as dead, and then...
Yes, because she
My
accidentally
bad.
It's
used.
okay.
It is your turn. You are prone, and you have been resuscitated via Virel.
Okay,
What are you
well, I'm
doing?
gonna want to get up,
Okay.
One.
spend an action for that, and then I'm gonna spend an action to have a little sippy. Well, that's not very good.
Very little. Enjoy the
Very
40
little.
Enjoy the 45 elixirs of life over there.
Okay. I didn't see what you actually did.
I drank an
Didn't show
elixir
for
of
me
life,
either.
Ah, I see.
but it doesn't show for me either. I
Interesting.
think I healed from it.
Still says you're badly injured, so.
I can't remember how much.
One
Oh, I
plus
got
whatever
healed for
it says.
9. Okay, and then I
Yeah.
rolled a 1.
Yeah, 1 plus whatever the potion's about, or the elixir.
Yeah, my heal did way more than I thought it did.
It's 1 plus the potion?
Elixirs have, like, funky stuff.
Okay, so then I go up to 11 HP. Because I rolled a 1. Alright, and then I guess for my final action, I'm going to try to hit the stupid cow.
Yeah. You
Why does yours
never did
have
not
a
get rid
yell?
of. You did not get rid of the prone condition on
Oh.
yourself, but
Sorry.
there we go.
Okay.
That does hit. Roll me some damage.
Why did your character have a voice?
I don't know.
Excellent. 12 damage, almost a max roll, as most of it will go through, causing the Magshuda to become injured.
Haha.
Oh fuck.
And it is Magshuda's turn. Magshuda does not like the thing that was just summoned in front of it, so it's going to use a horn action to smack the shit out of it.
It's okay,
And
he's
if
a
this
temp
hits-
higher.
Yep, and if this hits, it's going to spend another action to use knockdown. This will crit your zombie for
What is this fucking bull?
I think that just
30
disintegrates
points
his
of
ass.
damage.
Can I reactive strike him?
No.
Okay.
And as part of this, it will also use knockdown, so the zombie's corpse will go careening into this building and go splat and die.
Oh.
That is the cow's turn. Virel.
Alright, so we're going to do some funny stuff. We're going to cast Bane on Cowboy.
I will make a will saving throw. Actually, I will not, as I am a mindless creature, and this has the mental tag.
Oh, does that just not work?
Correct.
Does that still take my action?
Yes.
Fuck. Did that take 1 or 2 actions?
2.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, then I'm going to back up.
Okay. Sutures, it is your turn.
Okay. Getting really excited to see somebody else also being able to summon something. I will also summon undead.
Oh my
Okay.
god,
What will you-
twinsies!
What would you be summoning?
Going to summon just a
A zombie shambler as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let me double check your distances. You can plop your little
Oh,
Zamboni
let me move
guy.
forward like a little bit more. Sorry.
You
I'll
can't.
take one
Three
action.
actions.
Oh, I can't. That's right. It's 3 actions. It's
Yep.
true. It's true.
So
All right,
he
that's
will
fine.
get spat out about there, but you can immediately command him to take an action
All right.
towards
Yep.
the cow and make a strike.
Yep, that's what I'd like to do.
Posterity, move him right there. Configure him to be party for flanking purposes. And 1 zombie hand strike. Smacka.
Quack.
He does hit.
Yeah.
4. No damage. 1 damage.
Oh.
Damn it.
My bad. As we go to
Really-
Millie,
Sorry,
your
I'm
summon
really
was
trying.
unceremoniously gored to pieces and thrown away like garbage. What will you be doing?
It's fine, he was a temp hire. My fucking best, I think. I'm gonna cast Briny Bolt on it. Hopefully that does something.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Probably will miss. Oh, I also have a voice, the fuck?
That hits. Roll me some damage.
5, probably nothing.
2 points of damage.
God damn.
What the fuck?
This cow's got resist 3 to fucking everything under the sun. It's also blinded.
Ah, is it now?
Yep, blinded for 1 round.
Delightful. Where is my lovely blinded condition? There it is. Alrighty.
And as my
And
mom
your last
always
action.
said, fuck this, we out skis.
Incredible. Hey.
Cow needs to. Are we running?
I'm running.
Are we?
I'm about to run.
The thing's got a charge, so I don't know. Turn corners?
I'm gonna hit the cow.
Okay. Do it now.
That will miss, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna hit the cow.
Why can I not see K's rolls?
I don't know.
That will crit.
There we go.
Roll
Let's
critical
go.
damage.
Oh,
Delightful.
But we'll take it.
You
Alright.
did not roll critical. Hold on.
Oh. Oh, you're right. I didn't. My apologies. Okay.
Huge.
There we go. That's a more appropriate number. As a massive blow carves out a chunk of meat from the cow, it kind of buckles to one knee for a moment before wobbling itself back up, staring at you. You have 1 action remaining, I believe.
Quit
No.
staring at me.
No, you have
I
2 actions. Yeah.
Nice.
Another solid blow. Let's see the damage.
Go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. The cow is more skeletal and gaunt than flesh at this point, and is just barely holding on to its unlife. Your final action.
It's time to end it.
Nope.
Oh no. All right.
wait,
That's all then.
What did you do different? Why? What? Huh?
Hmm?
I hit it
Sutures
with
is
metal.
very, visibly confused.
I
Yeah,
mean, from your
unfortunately-
POV, you have a short woman swinging a great sword twice her size.
Unfortunately, you stayed in range, so you are priority target number 1.
Oh,
That's
not
okay.
again.
Not my Zambi.
But it critically misses. And we'll try
Oh, and they
again.
also failed the blind.
Flat check, yes.
Yep.
It hits,
Oh.
but not crits, and succeeds the flat check for 14 points of damage.
Oh, not fucking again. Okay.
But that is its
Anti?
entire turn. Viral.
Battle medicine has a 1 hour cooldown.
An entire day cooldown, actually.
My apologies. I'm thinking of
All right,
wounds.
then
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna move over here, and I'm gonna try and get rid of the cow.
Okay. One action to stride your next 2 actions, Virel.
We gonna smack.
Gonna smack.
Okay, do you have
Except-
potions on you or elixirs on you?
I had the
That
one that I
hits.
drank.
Okay.
4.
I should have bought some. Oh well.
Cow is quite literally on its last legs now. If it does survive this round, survive till its next turn, which I highly doubt, it has a -10 to its speeds.
God dang.
Your last action, Viral.
Let me see if there's anything I can do to help this fucker.
Is there like stabilize from medicine?
Yes.
Yeah, how do I do that?
It takes 2 actions, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And
So
yes,
I don't have 2 actions, obviously.
obviously.
So I'm gonna move behind the lad. Or behind the lass. Over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna yell at Sutures, "It's all on you, little buddy!"
Alright, Sutures, it is your turn. Your Unleashed Psyche does wear off, leaving you with the repercussions of Stupefied 1, but this will not affect your sustained spells that already
Right.
exist.
I sustain, and I make the Zam smack.
John Zombie will make a single fist attack
Greg, hit him!
and critically miss, and make one more fist attack and hit.
It.
For 7 points of damage,
Nice.
killing the cow.
Yes!
As zombie on zombie violence saves the day.
You see me jumping like ecstatically.
I'm quickly going to bend down over the lass over here. I'm gonna roll medicine because I assume that's what I need to do.
Yep.
I'm sure that passes. If it doesn't, let me know.
Yep, you're able to stabilize and bring hay back from the brink.
Can we wait an hour?
Could we? Yes. Is that a great idea right here? Probably not.
I'll,
Because I really think we gotta get Yara out of here, guys.
I'm gonna go
stand
ahead and
up
go over.
wide-eyed and panicking.
I'm gonna give, and
Honey,
I'm
you're
going
still at
to,
0.
Oh, my bad.
I'm going to go over and how do I apply a potion to someone else?
Just pour it in their mouth.
Well, yeah, but like
Mouth to mouth.
No. Bad.
Virel,
Go to jail.
I will
Forever.
I will mention to you as well that you can simply perform medicine checks to treat wounds out of combat. This is not impacted by the cooldown of battle medicine.
All right,
If-
we bowl.
if they perform
I
medicine,
die.
does that mean that I can't?
Typically no.
What's the
Okay.
DC on it?
Well, you rolled a nat
15.
1 for your first one.
Yeah, then
Why are you rolling so many times?
what are we doing here?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yes, please explain what you're doing before you roll dice.
I'm like frantically like
You rolled
Like,
it
waving
4
my
fucking
hands.
times. You killed her with the nat 1.
Yeah. No, I'm
I'm
gonna
just-
go over and I'll try to attempt medicine. Medicine.
I did heal her twice.
I am stupefied, but I'll give it a go.
Well, your stupefied would have ran out by now.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the
I can-
2d8, and assuming
fix
you
you.
all do your thing, you can continue to sit here and treat wounds for a little bit. Just know that every time you do so, it advances by another hour. And I should note,
I thought treat wounds was 10 minutes.
treat wounds is 10 minutes, but the cooldown is 50 minutes, so it is an effective hour between every time.
All right, they're definitely at full after us both trading them.
Real
Okay,
quick, how do
let's pause, because we have now basically not ununanimously agreed that we're spending 2 hours healing her to full.
I was just doing my one.
Yes, and then Auntie did it as well, after we had 4 rolls from Auntie.
Ah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, because we had 5 rolls at one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my bad. I
would love a breakdown
Val's
of what
decided,
is going on, Bones. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yes. It would appear that Virel has performed a treat wounds after stabilizing Yara, and I'm going to presume you hero pointed the nat 1, and that's what
Exactly.
that second roll was going to indicate. I've deleted the other rolls and only left
it.
your successful medicine check.
That is
After
what I
which,
meant to do.
Sutures has performed a medicine check and also likewise succeeded for a total amount of healing of 25.
I was
So,
also unaware that a hero point was used. So I didn't know if that would be necessary, but I will go ahead and still do it. If it was actually necessary to get them,
Viral's
guess, to
healing
full.
would not put Yara to full without
Okay.
your additional check. And
I
with
will
this,
do it then. I did it.
Yara is no longer wounded or prone and is back up into fighting shape.
At some point, would somebody be able to send me that macro for healing stuff? Because I will likely be doing that more often.
I can teach you that after the session.
Cool.
One thing I will note, though, is your events have not gone entirely unnoticed. As to your south, the muffled sounds of someone banging and barging on a door can be heard as the door down here breaks open with a sudden burst as several zombie shamblers begin shambling out and kind of lazily making their way somewhat north. They're not very particularly fast, but they're just kind of meandering up that way. Additionally, I'm going to assume at some point, did anybody try to pull the scythe from the cow?
Millie probably would.
It's too
I
big.
was considering asking you
Awesome.
about that, but I didn't.
That's fine. Don't be afraid to ask questions of me for things you might want to do. I am glad to answer them. And you should note, I believe the cow should be lootable, so you should be able to open its inventory and see the +1 scythe that is lodged in the side of the cow.
Yeah. Interesting. In the meantime, we'll. Actually, hold on. If I stepped over here, would I have been able to see the zombies heading towards us?
Oh yeah, you can clearly see them from across the field. It's this is a bit of an unusual, or you can see why they would have built a farm here, as this is a relatively flat section across the otherwise hilly plains area, with
Guys, we
the
got
notable
more.
exception of the big rock hill.
We got more, and I don't think they're friendly.
Most of the zombies are not here.
Let's see. Could I? Damn
What does everybody want to do?
it.
I'm going to turn to the others and ask them if anyone else uses a scythe.
No.
Honey, I'm not sure if you've looked at everyone, but you're the only one using a scythe.
I can pretend to. I mean, I'll telekinetically pick up the scythe and kind of slowly swish it around. Whoosh, whoosh.
Would you mind
Is
if
that
I
right?
used it?
Oh yeah. It's too cumbersome for me.
I prefer weapons with a bit more weight.
I'm a mage. My ass should not be at the front line.
Don't kinetic hand.
Speaking
How
of...
do I open the party stash again, Bones?
P.
Okay.
Speaking of, Sutures mentioned, yeah, those are undead slowly approaching.
We got more.
Do we have a plan, or are we, getting the fuck out of here? What's the sitch, everyone?
That cow kind of pissed me off, so I'm not against fighting.
Oh, you're seeing red?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's blood everywhere.
Okay, that fell.
All right. The second that one stands there, I'm gonna fling an object at it.
Okay. Yeah, it goes to walk by and trips over the fence gate and falls flat on its face, and that's where I'll start the encounter tracker.
Thanks for the scythe, guys.
Yeah. I think it'll
Okay.
suit you well.
Go ahead and put yourselves in the initiative tracker, and I will let that telekinetic projectile fly to start things.
Why am I encumbered?
You're carrying a
Polygon
lot of
doodle
heavy
arms.
shit.
Do you have 2 sites in your inventory now?
I meant to drop the other one.
Just put it in the party stash.
All right. You said I can let that telekinetic projectile fly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will have it be bludgeoning.
Okay.
I think I clicked it. Did it go? I think it moved
Yep,
the second
there.
it did. Okay.
There you go.
Attack.
Why am I clumsy?
I don't.
I didn't target the. I couldn't target it anyways because it's not in the thing. So
Yeah, that's fine. But a 23. Are you targeting the one that's
the
prone?
closest to me. Yeah, the one oh it's since it's prone, it's harder to hit.
Well, no. Actually, you're just slightly out of range, even with 60 feet of range.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, it has to be the center of it. I thought it was the edge to edge.
No. No.
I thought it was this to this.
No.
Got it. Good
Center
to
to
know.
center for anything.
I'm
Okay.
new to ranged shit.
That's perfectly fine. That's why we do this. Let's go ahead and
Then
start on something a
yeah.
little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, that bull was fucking terrifying.
It's a newbie trap, unironically.
Unironically, yes.
It
and
exists to basically say, fuck around and find out for this campaign.
Yeah, why am I
Did you make your character good enough? Yes or no?
Not even that, it's just very hard as an encounter.
Fair enough.
Literally, Millie saying turn corners was to minimize the chance of it charging someone.
Yeah, I was taking high advantage of
One
my
second,
range.
Virel. I don't know what you did. I also can't interact with that scythe you have equipped.
I figured I was probably gonna die again, and it's better me than anyone else, so I was just gonna pump out as much damage as I could.
That's fair.
I mean, you did.
I got you, Yara.
You're the
I'll do whatever I
exclusive reason
can.
we survived.
Okay. Can
Now
you
I know what
delete
it's like
that
to be the
scythe from your
spellcaster.
inventory, Virel?
Yeah.
Yeah, delete it.
Yeah, okay, now I know what it's like to be the spellcaster. Instead of being Marshall. It's interesting.
You just want me to edit the other one?
Yeah. Get rid of the one that's in your current inventory and grab the one out of the party stash and put that one in your hands. Because I don't know what you did to the one that you currently have equipped, but it's borked even for me.
All I did was pick it up.
Bones, can you also have a skeleton guard on standby?
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yes.
I don't need it
May I
right
ask
away.
why?
I'm gonna do drain bonded item to summon one.
Ah, I see. Okay. I will have a.
I was like, how do you have more spell slots? But then I'm like, oh wait, no, there's more. Shit.
Oh, honey, this is my last one.
Okay. See, I only have one.
I have
Skeleton guard.
3 plus 1. Or technically 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Well
Yeah,
then, getting the encounter, we have Sutures.
All enemies are hidden on the encounter tracker.
I'm not sure why. I'll have to go tinkering around with things. I thought I said everything the same I do with my normal game sessions, but it seems Some things might have got lost in translation, so after this session, I'll do some tweaking and grab somebody to double check that everything is fine before the next session.
If you refresh, it comes back.
I see.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Sutures, you're up.
Yep. I will go ahead and target this one. I took a step forward
Okay, getting a little closer for your telekinetic.
because
Perfect.
that should reach now. Yes. Okay. And then, yep, telekinetic projectile, which I'll just go ahead and do the attack from up here that I did because I had it bludgeoning, picking up another fence post and kind of flinging it sideways this time.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits. Roll me some damage. You're targeting the prone one.
Yes.
Okay. Then in that instance, that still just hits.
All right.
Had to double check myself right there. Roll me some damage. Delightful. 7 points of bludgeoning.
While I do that, I'm going to refresh as well so I can see them on the
Okay.
tracker.
In the meantime, it is a zombie's turn. The zombie will spend its first action. Let me double check. Yep. Doing a big ol' stride. And its second action will be on a big ol' stride. As we move to you, Millie.
Loading back in.
Hell yeah, I can see it.
Draining my jellyfish lamp. Bep. And then casting Summon Undead again for the Skeleton Guard, which will be probably using the cow as cover over here.
Okay. So summoning your skeleton right there.
It's got a bow.
Yeah. Got his
Lasers.
short bow. Okay.
Yep.
And what are you gonna have your skeleton do?
He's just gonna shoot the guy up front twice.
Okay.
Or however many times, because bows are weird.
Okay, his first attack will hit, and I'll just roll his second real quick.
Won't do
The
a
second
ton of
attack
damage,
will
but it's
also
the thought.
hit.
It's
For a
huge.
total of 7 points of damage.
Big.
Oh, I thought they had a...
As
thought zombies had a damage resist. Never mind. Oh well, that's my turn.
it is this one over here's turn. It spends its first action striding in a straight line, and its second action striding in a straight line. Yara, you're up.
I'm going to sudden charge up
Okay.
to this. Oh, up to this boy here, and give him a good hearty whack. If I can find his token, there it is.
Okay. I for some reason can't see what the
It
total
isn't
result
showing
is.
up for me either.
Nah,
I have
me
to
neither.
refresh.
Interesting.
It rolled a 13, so whatever that plus my modifier.
Yeah, let
is.
me double check what your mod is. I did see that it was a 13. Your to hit is that, so their AC is that. That is a crit.
Fantastic.
His boy's
I'm
gone.
loading back in right now.
Of course. Go ahead and just click the critical damage button from your sheet, since the dice roll didn't exactly show up.
Okay.
Oh, it was almost a 12.
Oh,
Perfect.
I saw it.
a
I saw it.
shame.
Alright, your final action, Yara.
I'm gonna attempt to hit him again.
Okay.
Big.
That is another crit.
Jesus. fuck.
Fantastic.
Is this what it's like to watch marshals from as a spellcaster?
Mm-hmm. You just
that zombie
watch the big
shambler
boss fucking destroy shit, and you're like, damn,
is
that's
dead. Virel, you're up.
It's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move.
Okay, striding up to the other one.
It's the other one, isn't it? This guy. And I whack.
Alright. Making a strike with your side. That hits. Roll me some damage. Delightful. Yeah. Yeah, one thing to note, that you would note is these zombie shamblers seem quite weak to slashing damage as it carves through their fetid flesh.
That's right.
With your final action, Virel, what are you doing?
I am going to cast guidance on Yara.
All right, perfect.
Thanks.
We'll move to the final zombie's turn as it will spend its first action to right itself, and its second action to move in a straight line forward up to its speed. As we move to Sutures.
Bones, did me accidentally having the amp cantrip on for that last telekinetic projectile make a difference? Because I did not actually. I accidentally had that on. I didn't want to use the focus point. I was just curious if it made a difference.
Oh, no, you can go ahead and refund the focus point as you wouldn't
Okay.
be able to have cast the spell anyway.
Guidance immunity?
I thought I could amp the telekinetic projectile.
Either way, the
You
target is then
can, but
temporarily
you
immune
can,
from
but what I'm
melee.
saying is the one that I was going to give you, the previous one, at the start of combat, you were out of range to cast it, even with your
Oh.
range. Yes.
Got it. That's right. All right.
That's why. But
Well, for
it
this
is
last
your turn.
one, I will free action because I spelled last time for Unleash Psyche. Okay, that's a lot of Unleash Psyches.
Oh my god.
It's still going. What is happening?
What's
Okay, there we go.
happening?
There we go. I just deleted your token because I don't know why that's going on.
What?
I
Huh.
apparently lack permission to update chat message.
I'm
sorry.
I'm gonna refresh.
I have never seen that one before. It usually
Oh,
like
Usually gives you like 5 and then stops.
yeah,
I didn't do
Um,
anything.
You didn't.
it's not you.
It's just bugs
I
on
will
the
It's
sit
aren't
on-
even on my mouse and keyboard.
This is why I'm not updating to 13 for a while.
Understandable. Any day now, and I'll be through them.
I'm
Any day
helping.
now.
I'm helping.
There we go. Okay, we only got a couple more to go. There we go.
There we
Alright.
go. Holy shit.
Probably don't use the
Not
button.
touching that.
Just
Yeah,
I'm
don't
not
drag
use
touching
the
it.
button.
effect.
Drag the effect next
You
time.
got
Yeah.
it, Chief. All right. Yep. Unleash Psyche. This time I actually want to use a focus point until Kinetic Rend. I should be in range. Yep, I am.
Okay.
So I will cast Slashing. Yep, on
Oh.
top of them.
Make a fortitude save. I will unfortunately critically succeed.
You get nothing.
That's sad. I didn't
That
move.
is. Yeah, it's still. You got one action.
Okay, and then whose turn is it next?
It is Millie's.
I'm
What's
gonna
up?
guidance Millie.
Okay.
Boink.
Millie, it is your turn.
How do I? Okay, just
I got you. Action 1, give skeleton 2 actions, shoot that zombie twice.
Okay. Let me double check something real quick. Yeah, it's within feet. So skeleton is going to make 2 short bow attacks. 1 and 2. That's a hit and a miss. Hit will do 5 points of damage. And for your 2 actions, Millie.
Well, I wanted to do Caustic Bolt, but I don't have the range, so I'll just do Frostbite on it.
Okay. I will make
Not
a
great, but
fortitude
you know.
saving throw. And I will succeed,
Eh,
taking half.
enjoy your 1 damage.
It's 2.
Like 1.
Yara, your turn.
Go
Time
get
to
him!
Murderize. Oh, hang on. Let me target him. Let me be a good player. There you are. Die, Stinky.
Okay.
Oh, they probably will.
Well,
Your dice will disappear again, but I know based on the fact you rolled a 15 that would crit.
okay. Well, that does
Okay.
something.
And your damage isn't even showing up for me.
I can't see it either.
Interesting.
I will refresh again. Finger guns.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm just gonna do this real quick. There we go. He is slain. And that is the end of that little group. They made their way over. One thing I did forget to hand you all was, I believe it was Millie was examining the corpse pinned to the northern wall, correct?
Indeed, I was, yes.
Excellent. Then, clutched in his hands, you would have found. Putting it in your inventory now. If it's gonna let me.
I have 3 of them.
I don't see them on your sheets. Interesting. A scrap of red cloth that has a symbol with a hand, but the pinky finger is missing.
Interesting.
I'll walk up to you like a small child looking up to you and be like, "What's that?"
I was on the body. I didn't have really a chance to look at it until now, but I imagine
What does
that...
it smell like?
Virel, is this just your thing? 'Cause stop.
What's my thing?
All of this. You're not a person. But
I don't know what that means. Why are you saying I'm not a person?
Anyway, Sutures. Don't know what it is. It was on the halfling that was related to Miss Bloodlord. And yeah. That's about all I got
You
right
said
now.
you said that there was like an icon on it, Bones.
Yes, I believe you should be able to see it in the chat. There is.
It's not that
red
big.
cloth right
If you
there.
could like
Yeah, it's
show
not big.
the image.
Yeah, I can paste
Embiggen.
an image in the chat so that way you can remain seeing it with your peepers. But while I do that, what's everybody doing?
I was gonna ask, after seeing it, would I be able to like make kind of check, see if I recognize that icon?
Allow me to double check to see if that is something you can do. But here is the image in the chattering of jaws for now. And allow me to double check.
It's like woven. Interesting. Well, we dealt with the cow. She's also just gonna disintegrate her skeleton guard. She doesn't need her temp worker anymore.
Yeah.
Is that really what you call them? Temp workers?
Well, yeah, they don't last for a while.
Yeah, they are.
What, you expect me
they're
to
kinda
name every single
the
undead
definition
that
of
I spawn?
Yeah, I do.
But yes, if you want to
Sutures, I will name
make
them
me
for you. How about that?
want to make me a society or a underworld or crime lore check, you can.
Cole would be
I'll
great
do
at this.
I'll do a society.
We
Oh
live in a
shit, I should
society.
have asked if it was private.
Is it private?
Also same. I should have.
It's not. Okay. Then both Millie and Sutures, surprisingly enough, would have heard of a similar group that has used this hand symbol before. Um, they're not really well known. They're kind of a low hanging fruit sort of criminal group that operates as the Three Fingered Gang.
They do know the thumb counts as a finger, right?
They apparently do not.
Regrettable.
Yeah.
What are fingers? If you look at that, I just have nubs.
Oh. Millie just puts her hand in front of Sutures.
Oh wait, no, I actually, my art I think may have. Okay, I have like mitts. Never mind.
Yeah, you know what
my hands are like
fingers by
mitts.
proxy.
Yeah.
Alright. Update. Your girl is running on empty. How's everybody else doing?
Oh,
I'm
doing
fine, but
okay.
if you need to rest, I think it's in our best interest. For
Yeah,
everyone to
I'm
be in
fine,
top
but
shape.
if you want to rest, we can.
I'm
Should
doing
also-
okay.
I mean, the better question is where?
Hmm.
I will mention the other part of what you were asked to do, if it was within your abilities to do so, was restore the farm. There is some things you can actually do here to fix things up while you're here. Uh,
Fix.
yes,
Mhm.
for example, this building up here, I believe this is this the right one? No, that's A3, so that needs to be, yes, to restore that one, you can try to put the door back on and fix that back up with a crafting check to repair.
Oh no.
I'll give it a go. I'll try
Okay.
to use my mage hand to move it around, fix it. Sutures loves fixing, or trying to fix at least.
Wonderful job, dear.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to fix the door and put it back on and get that it situated well enough.
Yeah.
As well as another location that you can repair is the A2 right here. Yes, the tack areas. What you can do in here is spend a crafting check to repair some of the tack and saddles that are in this room.
Sure.
I can try.
Excellent, Millie. Able to successfully do so and repair most of the tack to be usable once more.
Lovely. We still have the undead horse and dogs. I thought they were rats,
Yeah.
but they're little rat dogs.
I saw them.
This is also
Yes.
assuming they have not moved. It does not look like they have.
Dog.
Mhm.
Dog.
The horse one is slightly more unsettling.
Wow.
Let me see it.
Satisfied zombie horse. Did you add these, like, additions to their names yourself, or was this part of the
No, there's
book?
a module that just adds like random like adjectives to the creature's names,
I
so
love
it's just
that.
really funny.
That's
Good.
really
I like
helpful,
it.
honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, Yara got gored by a bull. How do you feel about horses, Yara?
I mean, if it needs to die, it needs to die.
I got more sippies for you, Yara. I'm ready to go.
Thankfully,
All
as
right.
long as Berlini is concerned, that cow was the scariest thing on the property.
I felt like it.
Yeah.
Let's go break that horse.
Approaching westward, you see what seems to be a zombified horse with much of its musculature atrophied down to the base sinew and bone, along with two hounds uh, seemingly gobbling up bits of i- dead individuals,
Hey,
corpses kind of
Sutures.
piled together.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Sutures, you want to throw a rock at them or something?
Yeah, I don't want to be too close though. I don't want to get it angry at me.
You hit it in the eye, Sutures. I'll give you a gold piece.
Why are we bribing sutures?
I'm not bribing
We'll need to
Sutures.
be. We'll need to be a little bit closer.
I'm
Okay,
just
but
teaching Sutures about a fun activity called if you do this, I'll give you money. If you don't, you give me money.
are you saying you don't want to play with sutures?
Okay, Bone. So does it need to be center of model to center of model?
Yes. Typically, if something is going to refer to another space, it will be to the center of their space.
I assume that's also the same if it's a larger creature.
Yes. I do have unfortunate news, though. They smell you,
Yep.
and it smells like fresh meat.
Even sutures?
No, not sutures. Sutures
I got-
smells like life.
I got blood stains on me somewhere, probably from my work. Well, let's see. Is there any like boxes around?
Boxes?
Like lighter boxes, or I guess not lighter.
There's an arm over
how
here.
Much can this? How much? What would be considered an object of light bulk? Like what's that kind of size? I don't really know what that means.
You could just say it's a rock. You just throw a rock.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out what telekinetic hand meant with light bulk. So
Oh,
I'll-
telekinetic hand is that's not really a combat spell or cantrip, I
Hmm.
should say.
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you yeah.
Projectile then.
Yes. But
Shoot a rock
do put yourself
peop-
in initiative.
because people like to see me throwing rocks.
It's a good party trick.
DM, did Sutures hit the eye of the horse with the rock?
We'll find out.
No, this time the spell was not able to be completed before initiative was rolled.
I see.
As by the time you got in range to start casting the spell, they could smell you. But starting us off, it looks like it's Yara.
Hey!
Not to this shit.
All
again.
right.
Gotta refresh my page again.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see them in the encounter tracker.
I'm gonna make a sudden charge and bolt all the way over here. And I'm gonna hit the horse. If I
Okay.
can. It's not in my initiative. I can't target it, so I'm just gonna hit it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll work on getting
Nice.
these things fixed. So that is a 25 total. That will crit.
Okay.
Or I don't know why your dice specifically out of everybody's are just not working.
Maybe it's because I have a
She
custom
rolled
skin on them.
24
I'll get
damage.
rid of it.
No, it's not. It's not even outputting them to chat. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
know.
because chat is
annoying.
like fucked up. Like I have Yara's latest roll for the damage from the greatsword above 3 initiative rolls.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
as
see
well.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
I've always noticed
Ah.
whenever Yara rolled, it was like 3 higher than normal.
Yeah.
Bones,
okay, so
that was happening in Season of the Ghost too.
Interesting.
horse noise. Okay.
You got
I'm gonna
one
try
action
and map it.
Okay.
Map.
Oh,
Map will miss.
okay.
No map.
No map.
Millie.
Oh god. Let me close out of my dice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the horse? There's the horse. So Phase Vault ignores cover.
It ignores circumstance bonuses to AC, but effectively, yes, that means it ignores cover.
So me shooting Phase Vault, assuming I'm in range. If not, I'll just tweak myself. Come on. Oh yeah. Reach spell, Phase Vault work.
Sure.
Phase Vault.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Let me make sure I mark the horse. I have marked the horse.
Eat at the horse.
Yeah.
That hits. Roll me some damage. Thought I obliterated your sounds.
9.
There we go. Alrighty. 9 points of damage is almost enough to kill the horse, but its rotted form still stands.
Go, Sutures, go!
Oh,
My bad.
okay.
I forget that the auto presses the button.
I'm special.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. It didn't break the game. Okay. Yep. Unleash Psyche.
Why is your
so-
psyche unleashed?
Oh, I can't do it unless I spell. That's right. Never mind. Okay.
Yes.
I forgot about that caveat.
That's quite alright.
Yeah, I do the rock shooty thing that was told that I should do.
Okay, yeah, going to be doing a
So,
telekinetic
I just
projectile
zombie horse.
on the haunts.
And then okay.
One thing I will mention as well, as a bit of a refresher to you,
Oh,
is
people in the way.
no,
People. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just shut up.
no. What I was going to state is, don't forget to tell me that you're spending some time to refocus your focus points out of combat and in between combats.
Yep, I haven't yet.
But continue.
Yep. Go ahead and telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
Cast slashing. Attack.
That will hit. Roll me some damage.
Pew.
As the horse is slain, decapitated from a bit of a sharp piece of wood, which had splintered off in the distance. Your final action, Sutures.
Now, wait, no. So if I unleash Seki now, will that mean that next
You
round
will have
it'll
to do
go
it
down?
next turn.
Oh, I have to do it next turn.
Yeah, it's start of turn is when you can do it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Yep. That case, I will guidance Virel.
Perfect. It is a zombie hound's turn. It will spend its first action rushing up to you, Vara.
Oh no.
And for its second action, it's going to make a Jaws attack. Of which it hits for 7 points of piercing as it clamps into your jaws. Or its jaws clamp into your leg. Virel, you're up.
Don't forget to take your
Alright,
guidance, by
twice.
the way. Don't forget to take your
Okay.
guidance.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Striding twice with your final action, Virel.
Guidance.
smack.
Okay, making an attack. Let's see that strike.
I couldn't have given Virel guidance.
Hmm?
They had guidance earlier, right?
Guidance
They're
goes away
immune
after
for
an
an
hour.
Oof.
I don't think it's been an
That
hour,
hits.
Hmm?
You guys spent like 3 hours or like 2 hours doing treatments.
If it was during
Okay.
the first combat, then it's gone.
Nice.
Got
Okay,
it.
10 points of damage. A solid blow as the dog is weak to slashing damage as you carve away a large chunk of its rotted, fetid flesh. Unfortunately, a second hound was waiting in the wings and rushes to greet you, Virel, jaws yapping for meat. As it will make a jaws attack and critically fail.
Get fucked.
Its jaw kind of went limp and distended as it went to bite at you. As it kind of snaps its mouth back up as you hear a sickening click of its jaw going back in place. Yara, you're up.
What auto removes
Alright.
guidance?
Yara, did I do it? Did I hit it between the eyes?
You did good. Did good, Sutures. I'm very proud of you. I'm just gonna try to finish this guy off.
Oh, that wanted the 20. Oh, crit anyways.
Crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, why is it just her that's going 3 back?
It's
Who
weird.
knows?
Oh, there's
22.
the damage.
Slashing too.
22.
Disintegrate
Interesting.
that dog.
Yeah, that dog is disintegrated.
Alright. And then I'm
Give
gonna
me a
So
step over and try to hit this other dog.
Perfect. I will remind you about flanking as well.
Move
Oh.
dares easier.
Yep, if you move right there, the creature becomes off guard to your strikes and Virels. As
So
you
right.
miss.
It happens.
It does happen. Millie.
Millie's good over here, and she's just gonna reach spell phase ball again.
Peeks around the corner, finger guns a phase bolt.
Snipers over here. Sniper
Mi-
casters, let's
Millie's good
go.
over here.
Okay, that will hit. Roll me some damage.
I forgot to target it. My bad.
That's quite alright. For 10 points of damage. The dog barely lives. Sutures. Let's see if you can do it.
Now I can unleash Psyche.
Go, Sutures, go.
Okay. I gotta make sure I don't click on that button on accident. Okay, now I'm unleashed. And then I'm gonna do a just simple ass fucking telekinetic projectile again because it's working with the slashing.
Oh my
Okay.
god, Sutures,
your attack.
hi!
No, hold on. Target the dog. Got it.
Blow that dog's head, move off.
I'm gonna hero point because I have it.
Yeah. That will hit. Roll me some damage.
Move off. Oh, almost hit the roll damage. Shmove off.
Move off.
The dog is dead. And the encounter is over.
Yippee.
Good job, Sutures.
And
good job, Sutures.
I believe everybody
Yeah.
has done enough toward another hero point.
I'm like over there like
Yippee.
clapping silently because my hands are made out of fluff.
I will compound this as you have also slain Mokshuda and give everyone 2 hero points.
Ooh.
Bang.
Mokshido was mean.
Fuck shit.
Yeah, she is designed to
That actually
filter you.
had me clenching.
Yeah.
My entire
don't worry.
goal for that fight was Millie's getting out of here alive, y'all.
Oh yeah, no, I was like, I got things for this.
Oh, don't worry. That cow has nearly killed just about everyone who's come across it.
I want to look at the dead horse.
The dead horse. Yeah, the dead horse is not particularly special, but to read about the area the horse was in, 4 grain silos, each 20 feet in diameter and constructed from sturdy wooden staves, stand at the northwest corner of the farm compound. 3 rotting humanoid corpses lie on the ground nearby, each still clutching long-hafted farming implements. The hatch of one of the silos is open, and much of the grain has spilled to the ground. If someone would like, they can make me a perception, athletics, or warfare check.
I can do an athletics, okay?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'm doing athletics.
Millie's playing with the bodies.
Oh, I was gonna say, Sutures is picking up the decapitated horse head and then putting it on my own, walking around with it.
Yeah, Yara is just always above the latest roll.
Yara's the top.
I don't know about that, but it's weird.
Virel, you
Hot.
would easily be able to tell that a quite brutal melee combat had taken place here. Even if it's been a few days now, the scuffle is still worn and marked into the ground as nothing has come to wash away the footprints or the signs, as it seems like a group of 6 or more people took on a defensive position here and then were surrounded and slaughtered before fleeing in multiple directions. But
Millie, I
Doesn't
round the corner around here, and you just see me with the horse's head on me.
Oh, you're like that weird little creature that wears the skull of its mother.
additionally,
The what?
because you succeeded in that, Viril, make me a perception check.
That I can't.
There's a fucking fly in my ear. Get out.
Perfect. Yeah. After observing the battlegrounds and kind of making sense of what happened here, you notice something odd in the grain that had spilled from the silo. As the grain seems to have a bunch of gray, gritty, or pinkish gray, like gritty powder across all of the grain. If somebody would like to make me a crafting or medicine check, they may.
Do a medicine check.
I got an angle shoot. Because Ripley,
Never
I
mind.
think, knows what they're doing. And I believe that Millie would as well.
What are they doing?
They are basically adding, like, sand or, like, some, like, crappy thing that people cannot eat to their grain in order to seem as though that they have more stuff. So my angle shoot is accounting.
No.
Oh. What were the rolls then? Crafting?
Crafting or medicine?
I'll do a medicine.
I got a 16.
Delightful.
I'll
Yeah.
let that go with that.
Millie, thinking initially that they might be cutting the grain with bits of sand or other non-detrimental detritus, as you pick it up a little bit in your hand and let it flow through and kind of move some of it, it's the smell that gets you a little bit. The smell of almost a staleness, as you recognize this from your brief stint in living biology lessons at college. This is brain grit,
Oh.
a non-poisonous powder, but it does cause mild headaches if ingested.
Well, why would they want to be cutting the grain with this?
I don't know.
Brain grit, you
Are
said?
they harvesting the brains for something?
Brain grit, yes. Brain grit is a pinkish gray powder that, if consumed, causes mild headaches.
Anything with the corpses in A9.
In A9, 3 large wagons stand within a yard of trampled dirt, where many corpses look like mostly eaten, though strangely, a few of the corpses sport red cloaks that seem to be made of the same fabric the scrap of red you're holding onto.
Interesting. Can I just take one of these cloaks as more information via the Bloodlord when we go to show her off stuff?
Of course, it sports the same 3-fingered hand. Of course, not including the thumb, because that's smart.
Mm-hmm. All right.
As they're doing this, I wandered down, and I'm now looking at A12.
Be right
Oh,
back.
I didn't even notice you meander all the way down there, my dear boy. Yes, let me actually get to that. So that is right there. Yeah, did I put a unique point there? No, that's A8. Silly me, I forgot to put a point for that one. Various garden variety tubers, berries, and leafy vegetables lie neglected in 6 planter boxes. A wheelbarrow on its side and damp soil spilling from it onto the path. To the west of the garden, the path turns north, leading to a 12-foot tall archway on the side of a sheer, 20-foot high, rocky outcropping. A wooden fence with an open gate stands just beneath the arch. And you hear the sounds of what sounds like groaning and groaned almost barks of more hounds just inside Sutures.
Mm. There's something's angry in there.
Sutures, do you want to go in there?
No.
Yep. Additionally, you can perform an instance of farm restoration here. If you
Alright.
make a cooking lore, farming lore, plant lore, or nature check, you can help kind of tend the garden a little bit.
Is this the one nature check that you said is in the entire campaign?
Yeah, this is like one
Fuck
of
yeah.
One of five.
I was
All
like
right,
this
the
is
here we
one.
go.
yeah, this is literally like one of the 4 that's in the entire campaign.
Dude, you said nature. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that will give you another farm fixed point, as this area is able to, in a surprising way, be tended by Virel, as the plants seem happy now with their little bit of extra water and fertilizer.
Honestly surprising.
I'm shocked just as much as you are. But what is everybody doing? I see, Millie is investigating the gate over yonder.
Indeed, I am.
Excellent. Let me double
think-
check what that is. Yes.
Where do you want to go,
Uh,
Sutures?
Heavy iron gate slammed shut
don't
on
know.
somebody trying to enter the farm. The corpse is pinned by the gate and wears a dark red cloak stained with crusted blood. A leather satchel is crushed against the corpse's chest by the gate.
Can I take that? Or is it...
Give me an athletics check to force open, as it is pinned with him.
can I use telekinetic hand for an assistance?
Yeah, I'll say it gives you a +1.
Okay. Got it.
It cannot move much bulk. Perfectly fine.
Millie's killed God before.
Yar is now invisible for me.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
What?
What the
What
fuck?
did you... Oh, you fucked up your heights. You on the top left part of your tokens. That's a height scaler, and you made that a negative number. And for you, Millie.
Oh yeah, you're right. The minus
Uh,
key on my keyboard works for it, and that's my deafen.
Yeah. That's odd. Anyway,
80%
you find
of this
in
has
the
just been
satchel.
you saying, this is odd.
In that
Really?
satchel, you find a lesser anti-plague, along with a small pouch containing just a little bit more brain grit.
Interesting.
Or my bad. No. In that pouch, you find something else, but you are easily able to discern it as tremor paste. It is not especially dangerous, but has uncomfortable effects on your muscles. Yeah, like imagine it makes you feel like when you do a good workout and your muscles feel really sore. This causes
Oh,
that, but with none of the benefit of working out.
what the
All
fuck
right.
is all this?
Yeah, you hear the sounds of barking, like zombified barks and groans just inside.
Refresh one more time.
So I'm
was trying to-
imagining the red cloaks were trying to like poison the quicks or the food supply for the quicks. Why they want to do this, who knows?
Okay, are you
Should-
still currently immune to treat wounds?
I don't know.
No? Okay, I'll go ahead and do treat wounds 1k.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, you have fun in there, Virel.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. I'm waiting.
Activate. How do
This
I...
will be a medicine check.
Okay, I was trying to use the thing.
Oh.
You should have a hero point.
Yeah, I give it a go. They are a frontliner. They deserve it.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. That will be 8 more points of health.
Yippee.
All right. And after a
We don't
brief
need you
moment
broken.
to tend Yara's wounds, it seems everybody is ready to proceed inward to the large stone cave.
Other way,
We
hon.
can't afford you being broken. Okay?
Viril, you can just barely make out the
Thank you,
forms
Sutures.
of a zombified hound as well as another zombie. They're pressing themselves up against something trying to get in, and they haven't quite taken notice of you yet.
I don't see them.
Yeah, you gotta come over here.
Yep.
So
This
I'm gonna wave towards here. There you go.
Yep. I'll just read it
I
out.
see.
This rough stone chamber is carved into the hillside. A thick, thick straw mattress, and with a few wood blankets lies in the southwest corner. An alcove to the south contains a sconce, holding a torch flickering with purple flame. As it turns out, upon closer inspection, when you get to it, it's a crystal, and a passage leads to the north, but several heavy crates block access.
Do we think they're going to be a problem?
So far, all of the undead here have been problems.
This is true.
Alright. Are we going in, Yara?
Let's go in.
Okay.
Okay.
I am
I,
opening the
I assume
encounter
they
track.
see me here.
Yeah, once you get right about there, that's when they'll say you. So, yep, right there. We'll call that good. Now go ahead and slap yourselves in initiatives as the zombies get a whiff of fresh flesh in the air and turn to greet you.
Ah, finally rolled okay.
Same, Yar. Same. Smang. Two gang.
As Viril, you're first to take action. Scythe in hand, what do you do?
I refreshed the page. So that I could see the encounters. There we go.
Yeah, don't worry, this will be the last encounter for today.
Okay.
Unused zombie hounds. Alright, so I'm going to move up. Actually, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. What is the range of needle darts?
60 feet.
Alright. So we're gonna needle darts this fucking zombie hound.
Okay.
Cool narts.
Yeah, make your spell attack roll. You have only have access to base steel, so simply just select needle. There we go.
I think that works. Does that work?
Yeah, click attack.
Oof.
That hits. Roll
Roll
me some
damage?
damage.
Oh, silly zombie shambler. I love it.
There we go.
He's
And
just
your
a
final
silly
action,
guy.
Virel.
I'm going to cast guidance on my friend Yara.
Hey.
Who is
I bet they're
immune?
immune right now.
Yeah,
You guys did treat wounds, so
still 49
I'll-
minutes.
Oh, that counts
True.
as actually.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever
Treat
you.
wounds-
Wait, so
whenever
are
you
they immune?
treat wounds is only 10 minutes, but the immunity is another 50 after the fact.
But
Well, I was
for
talking about the guidance immunity.
because it was at 50 minutes.
Yep.
Oh,
But
okay.
you can give guidance to Sutures or yourself.
Didn't your
You know
well
what? Fuck
get?
it. We're giving guidance to Sutures.
Okay.
Yippee!
I was gonna say Sutures is probably the only legal target right now because Urel got
Yeah.
guidance during last combat.
That's right.
Yay! How did it get applied to me? I thought
I
did
targeted you, then clicked cast.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
It
I will
is
use
the dog's
that
turn. The dog will spend 2 of its actions rushing towards you, Yara, ending its turn. Millie.
You fool! You have entered my range.
Yeah, this dog's fucked.
Hey.
They're all in my range.
Hey, I'm not a very bright guy. I'm a mindless dog.
You're about to be a
What
very
do you-
dead guy. God
Yeah,
damn.
bugs, be
yeah,
smart.
we'll see about that, Buster. When I get your ankles.
Nom, nom, nom. You can't. There's no bone in my ankles. The dog would find that very
Magic spell,
unpleasant.
caustic blast.
What the fuck?
What do you mean, Sutures? You look like the ideal dog toy.
Oh shit! I just realized that now. Oh
That's
no.
true.
I
Suture.
critically
This
failed.
literally is a dog
Oh.
toy.
Don't forget your
Oh.
1d, your 1 persistent acid damage as well.
As I take double. And 1 persistent exit. Your final action, Millie.
You know, that's an amazing question. I didn't think I was gonna get this far. Glass shield. Fuck it.
Delightful.
Fuck.
The dog.
It's like diet shield.
Huh.
The dog
Weird.
strides up and gets next to you, Virel, ending its turn. Sutures.
I am going to back up. Well, no, wait.
So you don't want to be a dog
I'll
toy?
be alright. I'll be alright. I think I'll be alright. Be alright. I'm going to do. Ooh. I'm going to amp telekinetic. No. Yeah, I'm gonna amp telekinetic rend.
Okay.
So we do slashing. Place 5
Yep,
foot
I'm gonna
burst.
assume you can hit all
5 foot
3
burst.
creatures in this combat,
Yep.
so I will make 3 fortitude saves. Doge number 1 critically fails. Doge number 2 succeeds, and random schmuck,
Silly
also
zombie
succeed.
shambler.
roll me some damage.
That should have been amped, I believe. Yep, it was.
Okay.
Cool.
This dog is very dead.
What the
This dog
fuck?
takes half, and this guy takes half.
They're weak to slashing, my guy.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy.
Your last action, Sutures.
I will shield.
Okay. Yara, you're up.
Uh-oh. Okay,
Hey.
only 5. Only give me 5 shields.
There's a dumb dog in front of me.
Okay, take a step towards it. What are you gonna do next?
Probably hit it.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't know
Where
your
is
dice roll is.
it?
Oh,
Where is
it's
it?
up. It's up above Suture's roll.
22.
I
22 to hit, all above all.
Why is it so
Oh
high?
yeah, there it is.
And then 4
And
damage.
then 8.
8 slashing against
8
that dog.
damage.
Why is it?
Why is it just teleporting around? I don't understand.
It's teleporting around.
Whatever.
And now it's...
I need to work with you to know what's going on with you in particular that's doing this. Because
That was
nobody
just
else.
silly.
I have Discord, Spotify, Steam, in Chrome open. Firefox, just this one tab.
If anything, I'm using more CPU than her.
On top of that, my CPU's like the best consumer you can get right now.
Yeah,
What's
no.
the
It's not a
ping?
computer issue. It's just a personal. What? Why?
Maybe it's
Why does it
Firefox?
not want to play nice?
Maybe it's Firefox?
Maybe it's Firefox.
No.
Yeah, what's your ping?
Where do I see my ping? Oh, 126.
No,
Even
I
then,
mean,
I
that's
don't think that would do
okay.
anything.
Mine's 81.
That's fine.
Mine's 90.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, you have one action remaining, Yara. The zombie goes next.
I'm just
Just
gonna
a
let the
silly-
zombie do its thing.
It's a silly guy.
Okay. Ending your turn.
Yeah, I'll
just
end
a
my
s-
turn.
Could do a
Okay.
steppy
You know
back.
what?
Silly dude.
I have a hardware Excel off. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, that would
Possibly.
do it.
That would do it.
Would
I
it?
will let you know. You are in range of one stride of the zombie if you wanted to take a step back.
Steppy back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Welcome
Yeah,
back.
that will force the zombie to make 2 stride actions to get adjacent to everybody and end its turn.
Don't let him go near me.
Oh, fuck this guy.
He just walked up and you said, fuck this guy. It's kind of messed up, Virel.
Obliterate the jobber.
I don't know if
You're out.
you've noticed this by now, but I'm a little messed up.
Don't fuck
Oh,
the
I
zombie.
have. I hate every second of it. Don't worry.
Oh, we're good.
That's
Yeah,
a critical hit.
They're fucking gone.
Yeah, they're dead.
That
That's a plus.
is...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
gone.
That will be 38 points of damage as the zombie is cleaved in half from a delightful side
I am
swing.
capable of critting, apparently.
Sutures is standing there in awe after seeing that, like, whoa.
After this happens, and a few moments pass, you all do hear a voice come from the other side of all the crates and such. A very raspy, sort of older, gruff voice.
Yep.
You there!
You-
Please tell me you have your wits about you.
3 of us
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Ah!
Delightful.
the 3 of us.
I had
Dude,
thought myself trapped here with those mindless ones. Here. Are you with Miss Berlini?
Oh, who?
Is that a familiar name?
Berlini.
Oh,
Oh, I couldn't really tell. Yes, we are.
yeah.
Wonderful. Argathoa blesses me this day. Here, allow me to help remove some of these.
In the next few minutes, he will move these crates out of the way, presumably with or without your help.
I'll use some mage hand to move lighter stuff.
He looks like this.
Oh, is he one of those intelligent dead that she was talking about?
Yes, he is a husk zombie. A zombie that has retained enough intelligence of its original personality to be considered sentient.
Sifect?
Yeah, his name is Abhorrent. I will type it in chat for everybody involved.
Sifect. Or something.
That
What?
ass.
What?
That ass.
Sivect.
I'm gonna call him
Excuse
Sif.
me?
of it.
If I need to feel the need to say bless you after you say it, you probably said it right. But yes, you will state.
I had hid here when things got bad, and Mogshuda had escaped her pen in a fury. We were invaded by some red-cloaked individuals. It was a bloodbath.
They did kill
What did they want?
Berlini's sibling or cousin. I keep thinking that they're siblings. I don't know why.
She will not be pleased to hear this.
That's what I said.
He was a good worker and loyal. 2 qualities the mistress looks for. I believe that killing us was not the interlopers' goal, but when they were spotted, they resorted to brash tactics, which unfortunately cascaded into the situation you've found us in.
That would make sense. I do have a question for you. Totally fine if you don't understand. Were you cutting your grain with brain grit?
No. Why would we do something so stupid? Our
That's
goal is to sell it.
cool. One, is he lying to me?
I don't know, is he?
get to use deception, my guy.
Yes, yes,
I got to use
I
deception.
love it.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Deception, was it Deception DC? Yeah,
Uh,
Deception DC.
15.
Okay. Let me double check his modifiers. Okay. No, he seems like he's being legit. He had like a look on his face of like genuine confusion at the word brain grit.
All right, in that case, the red-cloaked gentlemen that were here, don't worry, all of them are dead as far as we are aware. Additionally, they were also trying to put, she pulls out some of the tremor paste, this in with some of the grain as well.
That's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate to think the machinations of whatever forces control here would have assassins sent to poison our crop harvests.
There was also a scary ass cow out here that we had to kill.
Honey, we already talked about that.
Sharpshooter, yeah. At any rate, I don't have anything to offer you in this, but this.
And he's gonna come over here, and I'm just gonna throw the loot token right there. A total of 20 feet of chain.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I know what I'm using this for.
Useful
I
if you
hate
need to
him.
restrain some of the wandering ones.
Hmm.
I'm afraid I'm not that good at it. My job was mainly to tend to the crops that required a more delicate hands.
Understandable.
Yes.
Mhm. She's just gonna like list off all the stuff that we killed and just ask him, are there any other like unaccounted for undead here, not counting you and other husks?
Yes, the final task, he would list that there was a lot more mindless undead in the surrounding countryside, but they were among the more docile ones. If they got away, it was simply because they just meandered. And rounding them up would be fairly simple, which is also part of the farm restoration thing you will do, is once you're finished circling this place and checking out everything. Yeah, here you go, bud. Checking out everything, then you can make one more check
found some.
collectively to try to round up some of the undead that might have escaped the farm before reporting back to Berlini.
Hmm.
In that room right there.
What's
That
this?
is 14. That
Sutures,
is.
did you find something?
Oh yeah, I need to also do that.
I found some.
Hey, Yara.
That room right there. A block of stone resembling an altar, or table perhaps, stretches much of the length of this room. It's heaped with baskets and jars filled with berries and vegetables, all withered, moldy, and rotten. Simple gardening implements lie in a tidy arrangement at the south end of the stone slab. There's
Ah.
also some writing chiseled into the west wall.
Ooh, I do
Millie,
like
what do you think's going on here?
I do
The
not want to talk
writing?
to you,
Oh.
gentlemen.
The
Aw.
writing is Old Agra sups here, enjoying meals with friends and foes alike.
Old Egra sups here.
If you would like, you can make me an occultism or society check to decipher writing.
This is not related to numerical or mathematical stuff, correct?
Correct.
Society.
which checks?
Society or occultism?
Okay. I can do
Nuts.
an occultism.
Am I fine with the 17? I think I'm fine with the 17.
Everyone but Yara would be able to glean from the text. This is basically... It's pretty much just a nursery rhyme saying that old Eggroy was a cannibal.
I'll tug at Yara's sleeve and then like tell them.
Yep. And if you want to perform some farm restoration
Thank you,
here,
Sutures.
this will be done with either a
Yeah.
cooking lore, farming lore, or perception check.
Perceptions. You got it, chief.
I'll throw my hat into
Yeah.
the ring.
As you're basically trying to sift through. Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. Because some one person succeeded, your farm fixed counter goes up by 1. As you're able to basically sift through some of the foodstuffs that are in here and pick out things that are still good and set them off to the side.
Millie is trying to
Okay.
shove an entire cabbage into her small mouth.
Millie,
I'm
one bite at a
hungry.
time.
Dude,
One bite
don't
at a time.
choke. Don't choke.
I'm hungry.
No.
I'll like telekinetically grasp it from you and then break it in like quarters and small chunks.
Now sounds fun.
But that is the bulk of the farm. There is a couple more repair things you can do to try to tidy the place up for your new employer. Among these, there is repairing, or there is evaluating crops in the surrounding fields. Or there's also that building right there. Yes, let me double check that one.
I'll evaluate the crops.
One moment, let me pull up
Yeah,
to
okay.
that
I'll stay
barn.
here.
That barn does not have anything special going on. As the zombies didn't break the door so much as just like accidentally basically slap it open.
Is there anything in here of note or anything I need to look for?
In there? No.
We
That spot right there. This partially collapsed building, right to your immediate northwest, Millie, contains nothing but a massive leather and iron harness that has been trampled almost beyond recognition. A sign on the door, which is now lying on the ground, had the words "cow corral" on it.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yes. But
Oh.
the
I was gonna look to see if
yes.
it was like sabotage or something.
Oh, good shot. Good try. Good try.
That room right there, Virel. There it is. Shelves and racks line the walls of this building. Various farming and gardening implements clutter the space, as rakes, hoes, wheelbarrows, and bags of soil and buckets of nails, ropes, hammers, saws are all in surprisingly good order.
I detect magic.
You detect nothing.
And I
Using the tools from the shed, if you had needed to make any further repair checks, they would have been an easier DC with access to these tools. But to wrap up the last few repairs you can actually perform here on the farm, there is evaluating the crops, which you can do with a stealth check to basically, in the surrounding hinterland area of the surrounding crop areas, make your way through the crops without disturbing any of the mindless undead that might be there, as well as there is corralling loose zombies, which can be done with religion, perception, or athletics or acrobatics checks.
I will do crops.
Yep, everyone can pick one thing to
I
participate in.
can corral zombies.
will also corral zombies.
Okay.
Okay.
The checks. That is a success from Millie on hers.
Oh,
A failure from Virel.
I will try to corral zombies.
Critical success from Sutures.
Oh,
dude, Sutures is so goaded. Like,
And
Yara got
a
14.
failure from Yara.
I'll say I got I got good
And
perception.
your report
Dude,
that to
Sutures is
Yara.
goaded. Like, what?
Okay. Well, let me tally things up. So that will net you, bam bam, up to 6 farm fix points. Very good, very good. And I think with that, that is all you can do here at the farm. Allow me to return you back to graydirge with clues and news in hand.
We gotta go see the scary lady.
I don't know. I think
Is
she's
that-
really nice.
She seemed nice to me.
Mm,
Her
Returning
reputation
back
is questionable.
She's a
Returning back
bloodlord.
to graydirge to report to Berlini, she is happily sitting outside on the porch of her abode, sipping some tea, as, upon seeing you walk up through the main gate towards hers, she stands up with giddy and delight, as she snaps her fingers twice, as her butler zombie emerges through the front door, opens it as she walks inside, and turns to gesture for you to follow.
Okay.
No reason to keep her waiting.
Okay, I'll
I'd
walk
just
on
like to
in.
point out that as a whole, the movement of Sutures. You guys ever seen Invader Zim?
Hmm.
oh, that makes way
Yeah.
more sense now.
My character moves like Gur.
Okay.
Okay. With the last individual having followed her inside, and takes a seat in a lovely little seating area, she is interested at what you will have to say.
Regrettably, you know the cow you were worried about?
Oh, that old heifer?
Indeed. Good news, it's dead. Bad news, killed your cousin.
Hmm. Yeah. She kind of gets like a solemn look for a sec. Ah, hells. He was a good one, too. I could actually trust him with what I gave him. That's a rare thing around these parts. And as for Markshuda, while she was a bit of an exceptional specimen for farm work, we could always replace her.
Indeed.
A bit of a shame, but what
However,
else?
Millie's gonna hand her the like red cloth, red robe, all that sort of stuff. Uh, Several people wearing these robes with this insignia were found at the western part of the camp. Your cousin was holding on to one of their symbols, this one right here, and additionally, the grain was mixed with brain grit. Sif, wonderful gentleman, lovely husk zombie, amazing work. You'll have to show me sometime. Said that it was nothing related to them. However, a large amount of the grain was sullied with the brain grit.
Yeah, her expression darkens quite considerably as she takes the like bit of red cloth with the symbol on it and kind of moves it in her hands, examining it before snapping her fingers just once as the zombie comes in, as she hands the cloth off to it, and she resumes her posture and states, "You're telling me that there was foul play on my farm?"
I would
It
believe
definitely
so,
seems
yes.
like it. Who are they?
Well then, it seems I am gonna have to do some digging on the matter, as if somebody is going to be messing with my operations, they're either going to be ending up in a world of hurt, or working the fields themselves, whether they want to or not.
Uh,
Thank you for this lovely bit of information. I will see where this spine ends, so to speak. And when I do,
I'm going to contact all of you to remove theirs from
Understood.
themselves.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there was also one of the red cloaked gentlemen that had this, and she's going to give her the tremor paste. Thankfully, this was not mixed into any of the grain, um, but it is another concerning thing that I assume that they were trying to mix in with the food for the quick.
A lot of heads are gonna roll in the next few days. Not all of them are gonna stay attached to the necks they're perched on. But I thank you for doing your wonderful work and doing a bit of troubleshooting out there on my farm. I'll have to burn all that grain as it's all contaminated, and replace all my corpse tenders. Well, aside from Sif, but
We fixed up a lot of other stuff at the farm too.
oh, did you now?
Yeah.
I will have to send a little reward package to you along with that's right, your gift. And she'll kind of do just a quick little double clap as the well-dressed zombie will enter the room once more and hand off a key. This key is quite fancy. It looks almost ivory, like it was carved from bone, and the end of it looks like a clutched fist holding a red jewel. As she takes the
Oh.
key in her hand and slides it across the table to you all. That there, right there, is the master key that will get you into your lovely new manor. Koala Manor, to be precise. It's just up the road a touch. You actually passed it. It's just off the side fork from the farm. Don't worry, it's not too near the fields and such that you'll have to deal with the riffraff and sounds of the waking dead, unless you are into that, in which case you can always pay the farms a visit again, dearies. But I will have a bit of warning for you. The manor's deed passed over to me a couple years back, as the previous owner, Qualla the Collector, uh, not sure who he was or what he collected, died, and with no inheritance to speak of, the little deed and key fell into my laps. So, it's entirely possible that in between then and now, something might have taken up a residence in the old place. People of your talents shouldn't have any problems if some mice or such have moved in the meantime.
Excuse me, Miss Lady Haldoli. Does this mean that I can leave where I currently live?
Oh, absolutely. That manor is yours for the four of you to keep.
I'm gonna go tell the other people I live with they can fuck off.
Sutures?
Let's not piss
Quite,
people off.
quite the spunky little fella. Well, this will be an interesting friendship we're developing here.
Uh,
Ah,
I also have a question, Miss Haldoli, if you don't mind.
of course, my dear.
As I was taught within the Twilight Castrum, any corpses within the borders of Geb will be reanimated upon their death. And you said that you lost contact with the farm approximately 3 days ago, correct?
That I did.
How long on average does it take for a corpse to become undead through the natural magics of Geb?
That's a bit of a tougher question. This area is in what we call a bit of a low tide spot for the void energies that permeate much of this zone. That's why we're able to grow crops as well as we are here.
Mhm.
So, for somewhere like this, without any special circumstances, corpse would take upwards of probably a few weeks to rise up on its own.
All right, well, that crosses out one of my theories. That's good to know, though.
hmm But I am delighted for you all to enjoy your new manor, and I have some business to take care of. So,
Of
for
course.
now, toodaloos.
Toodaloos indeed.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Four.
doing a good job on the farm and repairing things and all the like, you earn 5 reputation points with the reanimators.
Nice.
So if somebody wants to jot that down, they can. In addition, because you get 6 repair points for fixing up the farm, you will also earn 50 GP as a little bonus incentive package for putting the extra legwork in. I can get rid of this clock now.
I will
So,
add that in for us.
Yep, just put it
oh,
in.
the 50.
Yep, just put it in party stash or something. I
Cool.
don't, however you want to do it. And to set things up for the next session, I will plop everyone in front of the of Koala Manor's scene, so you can get a general vibe of what's upcoming. As before we do our next session, or before we jump into this, I want to solve some of the troubleshooting problems we're currently experiencing
Alright.
beforehand. But there we go. Delightful. Why can you see in there? Doesn't really matter that much. But I'll go ahead and move everyone to the Koala Manor scene. And pops. There we are. Is the door letting you see in there? Is it this? No, it shouldn't be that. Shouldn't be that either. Eh. Oh, I might have like placed your tokens before or something, like on the scene just to test something. Whatever. But yes, you can full rest before heading to Koala Manor, as she will allow you to stay in her guest suite before heading over there.
Yeah.
Sutures so excited to have a bed.
So,
It's a
for
bed.
now though, thank you all for joining me for the first official session of Bloodlords. And I hope to see you all again next week.